sometimes language fails to encapsulate what queerness is, or any sort of embodied experience based on, identity. And identity can sometimes be overly burdened with attempts. The language can feel clumsy, can feel like you're, overly attached to particular modifiers or things like this. But to attempt to name a queer experience is to honor that, even if it's not particularly well, even if we can acknowledge that it falls short, right? So when I think about sort of the earth, and I'm thinking about the sort of interstitial elements of the earth, the organisms that are not charismatic, that are not well known or completely unknown, what does it mean that we haven't attempted to give them a name, right? What does it mean that we have like so few people care about the like different, all of the different forms of life that make living for humans possible, right? And when we don't sort of attempt, at least, even knowing that it's imperfect, to me, I think it's a failure of honoring, right? And I think this is similar for ways in all these different human experiences, right? It's important not to become overly attached, I think, to names or to identities personally. But I think that we're often responding to a culture that has denied their existence or has defined them in very particular and very negative ways, right? And so there's an impulse to push back against that and to recast like this sort, to breathe new life, to breathe like into the relationship of these other ways of being, other species, other expressions of the human experience. So to me, there's a very clear parallel in like the value system of, or the lack of value really in sort of this like abandonment of all of these other species, all of the things that sort of make the earth a home. It's because these organisms have failed to like reach the heights of a way of, of a hierarchical way of categorization, right? These organisms that are small and creepy and slippery and swarming and sort of, unpleasant to a lot of people are full of life, and they've been here the entire time, and we need them, right? We very much need them. And I think that society would be much more boring, much more dry and sad place without all the human diversity as well, right? It'd be terrible. There'd be no art.